Are you struggling to set the visibility of a view using data binding? You're not alone. This is a common issue that many developers face, and today we're going to tackle it together. I completely understand how frustrating it can be when you encounter errors like identifiers must have user-defined types from the XML file. It can really throw a wrench in your development process. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user asked, is it possible to set view visibility using data binding? They provided a snippet of code that shows their attempt to bind a custom variable for visibility. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what's going wrong here? The error message indicates that the visibility states visible and gone are not recognized as valid identifiers. This is a common pitfall when working with data binding in Android. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand how to fix this issue, but also learn some best practices for using data binding effectively. To set the visibility of a view using data binding, the user should first ensure that the variable defined in the XML file is of the correct type. In this case, the user has defined a Boolean variable named sale. Next, the user needs to use the correct syntax for setting the visibility of the view. Instead of using visible and gone directly, the user should use the constants provided by the Android framework. Now, the user should ensure that the data binding is properly set up in the activity or fragment. This involves binding the variable to the layout so that changes in the variable reflect in the UI. Finally, the user can test the implementation by changing the value of the sale variable and observing the visibility of the view. This will confirm that the data binding is working as expected. Fun fact, did you know that data binding was introduced in Android to help reduce boilerplate code? It's a powerful tool when used correctly. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution suggests creating a custom binding adapter for view visibility. You can define this in a separate file, like bindings.kt. The adapter checks if a Boolean value is true and sets the view's visibility accordingly. Here's a pro tip. Always ensure that the identifiers you use in data binding are recognized by the XML context. This will save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. You should now be able to set view visibility using data binding without any errors. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on Android development.